Firstly, my nigga, like, what the fuck is going on in Michigan, gang? Investigated Michigan's most aggressive police officer. It's not even officers, nigga. Usually he be doing this shit. It'd be like a whole police force. He be like going into like getting the day by day. The niggas investigation one officer, gang. So that means this nigga is corrupt as hell, bro. Like, what the fuck this nigga even doing for him to get an investigation from Tommy G, nigga?
Why do you think that throughout your career you have continued to
This
be?
nigga's getting real interviews, bro. News anchors and shit, nigga. He on some live TV interview shit like he a rapper, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Accused of excessive force.
I think I'm very proactive, and I think I'm involved in a lot more scenes and incidents. If you are
Why is this nigga, is he stomping the nigga head in right
proactive
now?
and you're hardworking,
What the fuck?
you are going to get more complaints.
You're gonna be tasered!
He be pulling down.
He got me! He got me! He had me! Sit down and shut the up!
Nah, this nigga got
It's on
it.
video, retard. You're gonna lose your freedom because you get to go to jail today, mother.
I think his ego gets in the way of.
This- why y'all letting why y'all letting niggas like this even become officers though? This is not even his fault. This is not even his fault. I'm not even blaming this shit on him. I'm blaming it on the niggas who hired this nigga, who said this nigga is good to go after he enrolled in the police academy. Like, what is niggas doing, bro? Like, what is niggas doing for real? Look at this nigga's haircut. You should have known off the haircut and the glasses, like, he's not fit to be no police officer, bro. Like, come on.
His own self,
Let's
frankly.
be real. This
Mr.
nigga's
Furman
stuck.
has
Come on,
made
look
it
at that
known
nigga.
that his
Look
goal
at that
is
nigga
to
and
tow
tell.
1,000 cars.
Yeah, he not meant for this shit.
Hey, we're looking to talk to the chief or someone. We're in an active investigation right now.
Okay, give me a second, okay?
Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Could you come over here for a second?
Protect and serve. That's the job of police officers that patrol our communities. And for the cops that do it right, this is
Let me
a
guess,
tough
this is
occupation that
Detroit,
requires
Michigan,
a
ain't
lot
it?
of balls. But recently, through my TikTok algorithm, it's been brought to my attention that a Michigan police officer seems to be doing the exact opposite of protect and serve. This man's name is Matthew Furman, and some of Furman's arrest footage is
This
so
nigga is
graphic that I'm concerned
literally-
YouTube may not even let me show it to you.
literally
Currently,
stomping
he is
on
on
the nigga.
paid leave for the back-to-back brutalizing of two citizens of Melvindale, a small town outside of Detroit with
Yeah,
12,000
I knew it was in
people.
Detroit, bro.
This is
It's
a man
always
that
some
has
shit
a
going on
history of
there.
turning minor traffic stops into major beatdowns. He's been fired before, brought back, and even charged with assault, but for some reason he is
I feel
still
like as a police officer, if you ever get fired, you do not deserve your career back, bro. Because what the fuck is you getting fired for, my nigga? Why are y'all even hiring this nigga back? If he got fired, he got fired for a reason, gang. Stop bringing these niggas back, bro. This is a very high risk, you feel me, type of job, bro. This ain't no shit that you can just do one day and like hop into and be like, oh yeah, I want to do that shit. Nah, this is serious. This is niggas' lives that you're playing with. You legally giving these niggas guns to shoot niggas, and you giving these niggas tasers and shit, like all just crazy weapons and shit, nigga. Like, bro, hell no, bro. These niggas are supposed to be policing life, solving murders and shit, not taking black women out the car and stomping on their heads. Like, that's crazy.
a police officer. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We get the inside scoop from police officers who spent years working with him, and what we'll be revealing to you is a litany of corruption charges, disturbing violence, and a scheme he has that entails towing an obscene amount of cars, buying those cars from
Damn.
the police auction, and then flipping them to make money, allegedly. So join us as we seek to bring
So this
justice.
nigga flip. So at least he not flipping no drugs or nothing. He just stealing niggas' cars and then reflipping them, you know, on the back end. You know, that's crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. I think my car's from a police auction, nigga. Like that's crazy, bro. Them bitches do be cheap though, so I understand it. So he can't be making too much money off the flip. Nah, that's all profit right there, though. Actually, because he can buy it from the police office and fix it up. Shit, he pull over a Hellcat, put it in the tow. Police auction, $500, nigga. Flip that bitch 20 bands, nigga.
Justice and awareness, the city of Melvindale.
But they shouldn't even need to do that, bro. I feel like if you're doing this type of jobs, like these type of jobs, like teachers and shit like that, bro, should be paid like a good livable wage. But I feel like police officers get paid a lot, bro. I be seeing police officers get paid, not like crazy buku amount of money. They not making like they not making like, you feel me, 200, 300K a year, but them niggas is making like at least a solid 80K. Like that's good enough to live off of. I ain't gonna lie. And especially if you have like a wife or something, most of these niggas be married. You feel me? That's like a cool, you feel me? You and your wife both got a job, nigga. That's like both y'all can make 80K. That's like a whole cool 160 a year. That's valid, bro. You can buy a crib. You feel me? Stack that up. Save your money. Like, come on,
Exposing the practices of this police officer, who some say is only on the job because of the amount of revenue that he brings to the city. We'll investigate that and much more. Folks, I just wanted to talk to you before we get started on this video. In the past few weeks, we've gone after some really heavy-hitting people. We've gone after Kenneth Copeland, Scientology. We're doing multiple police and prison investigations. And what I'm doing is I'm recruiting you as part of the army to help produce the joint.
He almost got me, chat. And YouTube got me though. YouTube for sure got me with this ad. This looks like a cool little game though. I might play it.
Let's take you up to speed on just a few incidents from Officer Furman's violent history on the job. In 2019, Furman was charged with assault and battery when he threw a man down a flight of stairs and claimed he fell. He got out of
throwing a nigga down. I want to see the body cam footage. This nigga threw him down a flight of stairs and claimed that's crazy.
The assault charges by pleading guilty to a lesser crime. He once split a handcuffed man's head open on a police cruiser and claimed the guy did it to himself. But he did agree after the incident to attend anger management classes. You'll soon see the story of Jakar Williams, a man that Furman pulled over for a minor traffic violation and proceeded to tase over a dozen times, even with a partner on the scene that had it under control.
That's crazy. That's the video where the nigga kept repeatedly tasing this nigga, even though his officer, his buddy officer, had that nigga locked down and loaded. This nigga tased that nigga straight in the chest, bro. That's not even some shit you even allowed to do, because that shit could cause a nigga to do some crazy. You feel me? You don't know what medical shit niggas be having. That's a whole lawsuit for the whole police department right there.
Initiated the first tase. It looks like that other officer already had him under control.
To get a fair read on Furman's actions, I wanted to get a police officer's opinion. So I visited Chief Rivera of the East Chicago Police Department to get his take on this situation.
You shouldn't be tasing nobody 10 times. At that point, you should be going hands-on. You let your emotion take over, your anger. You take things personal. When that person doesn't even know you, it's the uniform that they're really arguing with. The officer's taking something personal. When it's really, it's not.
And if it wasn't enough to
bro.
taste
Everybody got a job to do.
Small children.
Stuff like these niggas, these police officers be thinking their job is life, bro. No, nigga, that's your job, my nigga. You get paid to do this shit. This is not. Yeah, you love what you do. You feel me? Some of these niggas really love what they do. That's cool, bro. But you got to understand how to separate that boundary of your personal life and police life, nigga. I know it's hard to separate that. Most niggas in this police shit don't even able to separate that boundary, my nigga. They too deep in.
Furman also had to pull his girlfriend out of the car, telling her to
sit down and shut the up.
The passenger really had nothing to do with that traffic.
Hey, nigga, I'm gonna make that my donation sound. I ain't gonna lie.
You know, of course, she's visibly upset because what she sees happening to her baby daddy or husband, boyfriend, wherever he is to her. But how she was treated? No, absolutely not. You want to detain her? Yeah, you can do that nicely. Pull her out, detain her, but now you got kids there, and they're witnessing all this, and how do you justify that? Just because she's recording you? She recorded your actions because she's being loud, angry. You have to be able to empathize. What if that was you? How do you expect your wife or girlfriend to act?
This out-of-control behavior prompted Melvindale's own mayor, Nikki Shakira, to say that Furman belongs behind a desk, and also revealed that at least one of Furman's colleagues would not respond to crime scenes with Furman because of the risk that it would go south.
Why are you pulling that nigga's hair?
Whatever I have to do to go home. And if that means somebody gets tasered, then somebody's getting tasered.
Finally, Alicia Cook.
Bro, this nigga had no gun. You had no reason to tase this nigga. He had no weapon on him, bro. This nigga was applying no deadly force to you for you to even be able to use the taser, bro. It's two of y'all niggas, bro. And one of them niggas was already handling him, so it wasn't even no need for you to even step in.
Woman was in a parking lot waiting to pick her kid up from practice, and apparently she made Furman feel afraid for his life, so he tased her. And this is just a small sampling of stories that decorate Furman's record as a police officer. For reference, Furman was actually fired years ago over earlier allegations, but for reasons still unclear, he was brought back on the job. For today's story, guys, we owe a big shout out to Detroit news channel WXYZ7 and their correspondent Ross Jones, who have done a fantastic job reporting on the allegations against Officer Furman, as well as publications like the Detroit Free Press. Their Furman investigations have proved foundational in helping us build this story, and they are linked in the description. I appreciate you coming to meet with me. Tell me a little bit about your experience with Melvindale Police.
It started off really well. It was a fun place to work. It's a good place to learn.
What is Furman's rank right now?
He's a lieutenant there. He's been on paid leave
He's
for
a
almost a
lieutenant?
year.
Is that unheard of?
In my experience, yes.
He's on paid leave for a year, so this nigga just stacking up vacation.
Police can be used as revenue collectors for a city. Can you speak to that? This is Dan Adams. He's my friend and a bona fide criminal defense lawyer here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's seen firsthand how cops like Furman are used to prey on citizens and taxpayers. Here's what he said.
I think it offends most people's feelings of fair play to have a police officer out collecting dues, as it were, from people just driving through their city. You know, maybe going a couple miles per hour over the speed limit, not seeing that their car could be towed for profit to balance the budget of this small municipality. It just flies in the face of what we know as Americans to be the proper role of police and the criminal justice system.
Like, all these police officers corrupt, bro. I'm not hearing it, nigga. Why?
Matthew Furman.
I was about to say, why does this white man have a picture of slaves on his wall? Seeing this bald ass white nigga, bro.
is not a good police officer.
This is David Robinson. He served as a Detroit police officer for a few years before becoming an attorney. And he is the one representing Jakar Williams and Alicia Cook in a civil lawsuit against Matthew Furman and the police department.
I think his ego gets in the way of his own self, frankly.
What's your impression of Officer Matthew Furman?
I mean, this guy, Mr. Furman, he's stomping on people's legs as 5 or 6 other cops have them apprehended. It doesn't make any sense. He doesn't seem like he's trying to enforce law and order. It seems like he's really enforcing his personal ego and causing chaos.
He seems like a guy that actually goes into a situation and escalates it massively.
Yes. I am really curious to see what the people and the residents of this area think about him, because it probably can't be good. And if they don't know about him, I mean, we should raise awareness and let people know what he's doing out here.
We appreciate good cops. Bad cops, though?
Yeah.
If the law of justice isn't gonna take you, YouTube will. Are you familiar with the story of Officer Matthew Furman?
I am.
What have you heard?
He uses excessive force. He's pretty brutal.
As officers tried to subdue the man, a Dearborn officer's body cam caught Furman repeatedly stomping on the man's leg. As multiple officers look on.
Notice how the other officers here are completely calm, like they know that the situation is already under control. And it's clear they knew Furman crossed the line, as one cop even warns him that the cameras are watching.
Cameras all around, guys.
But what's disturbing is no one steps in to stop the beatdown.
Nah,
and this
for
highlights
real.
a bigger problem, which is some cops would rather cover for their buddy than protect the citizen they swore to serve.
Stomping on his legs. There's 5 cops already on him. Look at him stomping on his legs.
Bro, what? And then the other officer ain't doing nothing.
Literally nothing.
Cameras all around. Oh.
They weren't mad that he was doing it. They were mad he was doing it on camera.
That's my first time seeing it. Plenty of officers there to control that person. He was already on the ground. People can't control one person on the ground, and you have to stomp him like that. No, this says more about your training than anything.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine in Co-Producer. You can take—
I don't give a fuck, nigga.
We just noticed a Melvindale police officer. How do we approach a police officer?
Probably on foot. Slowly.
We're gonna make ourselves very visible. I'm gonna wave and then hopefully he comes out. It might be tough for you to answer some of these questions, but are you familiar with Matthew Furman?
I just started working here not too long ago, so not really.
You can't say too much?
No.
I've heard rumors that other officers don't want to go on calls with him because they're afraid it's going to escalate.
This has been true for many years.
You do a very tough job, very difficult. You have to be brave to do what you do. Is it hard, if you're seeing a senior officer out of line, is it hard as a younger rookie cop to be like, hey, you can't really do that?
I'm a grown man, so if I see another grown man doing something wrong, I will tell him.
That is real.
That's fucked up. Somebody need to get him
That's
down.
fucked up.
He should be fired, prosecuted, and jailed, probably.
I wish I could say that it shocked me. I wish that I could say that wasn't what I've come to expect. That's what I've come to expect.
I wouldn't feel safe around that.
Yeah, he needs some type of criminal activity done to him. That's not okay.
He can say criminal.
He said he was doing that for pain compliance. Is that a typical police protocol?
Not at all. If you were doing the same thing as Furman did to that man on the ground, those police officers reacted, stopped you, and arrested you. Furman had been on a traffic assignment. He pulls over Mr. Williams, immediately becomes aggressive, hollering, raising his voice, and then ultimately tasing him. In drive-stop mode, all unjustified again. It's excessive, and it wasn't necessary.
He was already in the other officer's hand. There was no need to taser him.
Tasers are intended to be used as a defensive weapon. Unfortunately, for some time, there was a misconception within law enforcement that they could be used as instruments of compliance.
He couldn't even defend himself.
Nigga,
Do you
what
think
the
an
fuck?
officer like this should be allowed
Why is that even a misconception? Why do y'all have misconceptions in y'all field, my nigga? Nigga talking about it's a misconception that it can be used for compliance. Nigga, what? So niggas should just tase niggas because they not doing what you want them to do. Oh, sit down. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, that's crazy, bro. Nigga ever tase me for no reason. I mean, I want to be like them one niggas in GTA. You fuck around, tase them, nigga. They still walking. Nigga gonna have to shoot me with 20 tasers, nigga. I'm still gonna be standing, nigga.
to work the streets?
No.
Do you have a message for the Melvindale Police Department?
I'll be calling in, reporting on y'all.
They're supposed to protect and serve, and that's inhumane. To fund them, to pay to fund everything that they're for, to pay to, to get them.
It's us, the taxpayers.
Exactly. He should be gone.
Question, if you had a message to the mayor and chief of police about Matthew Furman, what would you say?
Get rid of him as soon as possible. He's a liability for the city.
What I would like to see is accountability. It's as simple as that.
So now we cover another key point of the Matthew Furman saga. We cover the story of Alicia Cook. Just a few months ago, in this very parking lot, she was waiting to pick her daughter up from cheerleading practice when Furman came into the parking lot.
In Melvindale Police Department, I'm a traffic enforcement officer. Hey, you're on a traffic stop. Don't tell me 1 second.
Hold on, sir.
I'm giving you a lawful police order.
Inside of a school.
Nah, for real. Like, you can't even, this is not even like something you can do. You can't even pull somebody over while they're parked. Like, that's not, there's no traffic violation here. She's not in the vehicle driving. Now, if it's a disturbance that somebody had called up from like the neighborhood or the school, then that's when you can even talk about this situation. But this nigga just saw a car parked in an empty parking lot and was like, oh yeah, that's easy cooks. That's easy cake. Oh, look at the car model. Oh yeah, we finna get this shit auctioned off immediately, nigga. We finna get this shit going police car too. Yeah, that's ups, nigga. You gonna use this shit for the force.
It's a public access parking lot.
He wanted me to think like that.
Exactly.
Lieutenant Furman demands Cook's driver's license, which she refuses to provide. Watch what happens next.
Nah, this is crazy, bro.
Lieutenant Furman draws his taser and fires.
You're gonna be tasered. Head out.
Furman says he used the taser because he was in fear of his life.
You made me
had
afraid
no
for my
gun.
safety. I was
She had no gun. There's two girls in that car, bro. She had no weapon, no gun. What are you afraid of, my nigga? Nigga like this, pussy ass nigga. That's what you can call this nigga right here. This bitch ass nigga, pussy ass nigga right here, bro. Like, you feel me? These niggas really be little dick ass niggas, pussy ass niggas. Like, you feel me?
terrified from you. You terrified me. You scared me. You scared me.
From a woman sitting down in a car with her kids in the back. Either this guy is such a big pussy that he truly was afraid for his life, or he used that as a way to use his power on this woman. Now, did she handle the situation the best? No, but an officer's job is to de-escalate and keep people safe. And when you hear the screams of terror of her kids watching their mom get brutalized by a cop, to me, it's just a disturbing and unbelievable scene to have to witness.
Guys, I want to draw your attention to the movement you see in the back seat here. This is a child in a terrified frenzy as they watch their mom get tased during what should be a minor traffic stop. And for the parents out there, I want you to imagine your own kid having to witness something like this.
Like, what was the stop for?
Does this guy have the temperament to be a police officer?
No, he shouldn't. Any agency that hires a person with that type of temper, you're setting yourself up for liability problems.
All right, folks, I'm here at a key landmark in this Matthew Furman story. We're here at Schaefer Road. Furman would park his police car and look for people that he could tow. And this brings us to another one of the major allegations against Officer Furman, that he uses towing and impounding as a weapon against Melvindale citizens in an effort to increase the revenue for the city of Melvindale. Just take it from a former colleague of his who has come out as a whistleblower.
What is the inside scoop on the towing in Melvindale?
Mr. Furman has made it known to...
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
That his goal is to tow 1,000 cars a year.
What is
1,000 cars a year?
30 to 50 cars.
And he towed more cars than any.
Okay, let's say this nigga chose 1,000 cars, and he said they flipping these bitches, so 1,000 a year, nigga. Right? Let's say he flipping each car. Let's say they going on auction for like 2 bands. Now the police commissioner and the niggas in the city are making $2 million a year off of this nigga, and this nigga's making $4 million. No, he's making $2 million. So both of him and his people are making at least like $2-3 million a year. Like if he's impounding 1,000 cars, the city's making $2 million a year off that shit because they selling the cars for like $2 million. It's usually two bands each. That's 1,000 cars for 2 bands each. Let's say they don't even auction off all the cars. You feel me? Because they have to. The lot look like it's been, you feel me? There's new cars there. There's newer cars there. So he's getting them bitches off. So he's taking their cars and then selling them back to them. That's insane. I ain't gonna lie.
Any police officer in Melvindale by far. So even the former police chief of Melvindale, Chad Hayes, said that Furman was an instrument of revenue collection for the city. And the reason guys like him are still employed is because the $1 million deficit in Melvindale, they try and get guys like Furman to make up by, you drive by, I'm gonna pull you over, I'm gonna look for a reason to tow your car, and that's that. What I want my police force in my city to do, I want you looking for the killers, I want you looking for the rapists, I want you looking for the people that do things to children, I want you looking for serious shit. You're not on my tax dollar giving people tickets and towing their car for nonsense. These are people that need to go to work, they need to do deliveries, they need to make their life go around, and a car is a key thing. And for so many people struggling in today's economy, a $300 or $400 tow fee to get their car back, the time that they have to take off work, do they get fired, does their boss get pissed? How do they find the extra $400? Maybe it was just the first of the month, they just paid rent. It's a huge economic stressor in a time when people are already stressed. Just down the road here is actually the tow truck company that Furman is in cahoots with. We're gonna pay them a visit. I get it. You wanna have a certain standard of where you live that's not infested with crime. On the other hand, the danger side of it is, like the lawyers that we talked to earlier were saying, there can be racial profiling, or there can be over-aggression. A lot of us have had these experiences where we are guilty from the beginning. I remember having an experience as a little kid. I was probably 16, was walking my friend home from her work, and the police officer pulled over on the wrong side of the road, shining flashlights in our face, like, there's robbery suspects that match your profile. I wasn't robbing anything. It left me with a very nasty feeling of, what the hell was that? You're supposed to protect me and serve the community. But
See, imagine that shit, but like every time you get pulled over by a cop, bro, that shit would be annoying, bro. Like literally.
But you're treating me like I'm a criminal without knowing anything.
That shit be blowing me, bro.
That's what people really detest about cops like Furman. They have this authority complex where, I'm the goddamn police, you listen to me, retard.
It's on video, retard.
And that's unacceptable.
That's
you want
crazy.
a cop that's gonna show up to the scene and be calm, be in charge, and de-escalate. So we're gonna talk to the people in this town and see what they think about Officer Furman. It seemed like there's multiple instances where he really loses his temper. He doesn't really keep his emotions in check on the job. Can you speak to that?
Well, you see it over and over again. Matthew Furman has been the subject of many lawsuits.
Do you know roughly how many lawsuits he's been involved in over his career?
3.
And for a police officer, is that typical, or does he definitely represent a higher amount?
He definitely represents a higher amount.
It's impossible to bring up Matthew Furman without mentioning his towing. According to this Detroit Free Press article, Furman was responsible for 80% of the tows done in Melvindale in 2015, towing up to 8 cars a day, and making this
8 cars?
City close to 500,000.
500,000 a year, 8 cars a day. This nigga hitting. He was not lying when he said, nigga, 1,000 cars a year. Nigga, 365 times 8, nigga. Get the calculator out again, nigga. 365 times 8. This nigga told 2,000 cars in a year, bro. Damn near 3,000. It's 2,900. What the fuck?
We're here at the scene of
That is
Gotch &
actually
Sons,
crazy.
which the former police chief says is one of the key players in the Matthew Furman towing operation. Have you heard of Melvindale police officer Matthew Furman? He tows a lot of people in the city right here, and then he goes boating with the owner of this on the weekends, and people are like, come on, why is that happening in my car all the time?
Allegedly.
Have you heard anything like that?
No.
When you are paying tax dollars and that's going to police that are being overly abusive to people and charging them with as many tickets as they can, what do you think about that as a citizen?
I think that's wrong.
You heard that right. Furman socializes regularly with Mike Gotch, the owner of this towing company, going to his Christmas party, going boating, going to baseball games, and even going to dinner at his house, leaving some to wonder how ethical this relationship truly is.
There's a Melvindale police officer named Matthew Furman. Have you heard of him?
I have on TikTok. I just heard about what he did and like what happened with him. Like,
did you see any of his behavior, like the tasing, the stomping, or what he said to people?
I saw the tasing, but I didn't see the stomping or the...
Police officer tases someone 12 times. Do you think that's excessive?
That's actually very excessive. It sucks. So 12 times, like, that's just crazy.
How much is the tow fee here, do you know?
$5.75 cash.
$5.75 cash?
6% fee if you use card. They be cracking here. Don't come to Detroit.
Would you know that the citizens of Melvindale were paying half what they pay now when the previous vendor was towing cars?
They upped the rates on them?
Oh, significantly. And they gave the city a portion of that commission. Is that a conflict of interest, you think?
That seems like there might be a little bit of a conflict of interest. And who loses out the most in that situation?
The citizen.
The taxpayers.
The taxpayers. Would you be surprised if you heard Mr. Mike Gotch, the founder of this company, was taking Furman and other officers out to Detroit Tiger games on his boat, kind of courting them before they even got a contract?
Allegedly.
It's not funny because it's so messed up, but they're going on boating trips?
The average cop,
I've
guess
heard
how many
that is
cars do you
crazy.
think they tow a year in Melvindale?
A year? I would think like 40, 50?
Closer to 30.
30, okay, even less.
To go and try and do over 30 times that, and state that openly in the department, Mr. Matthew Furman, that is outrageous.
I mean, does he think he's being a public servant by towing more cars and...
Editing your podcast on Riverside is a no-brainer, and I want to show you why. Your podcast transcript is here. And you
What
just have to
video is
edit-
that? That's hilarious, bro.
Taking more money
What is this?
out of people's pockets?
Well, when you put yourself in a circumstance where you want to meet a quota, you go out looking for ways to meet that quota. And so people on the margin, people on the bubble, people who may not deserve that type of treatment are going to get the bull's horns. Again, if you're looking for people who are jaywalking, we can find jaywalkers all day. If we want to find speeders, we can find speeders all day. When you have a financial incentive behind that, it turns the criminal justice system on its head, which is we're supposed to be protecting and serving people, making the community safer. But when you're just looking for revenue from different sources, you're going to misallocate your resources in criminal justice.
Depending on the locale, it can take anywhere from 30 to 90 days for your car to go from the impound lot to the police auction. This is one form of civil forfeiture where the government, even without convicting you of a crime, can sell off your seized property. And it's tough to get exact numbers on the scale of this, but one major player in the police auction world, Apple Auctioneering, proudly claims on their website that since 2010, they've facilitated the sale of over 70,000 vehicles, generating $380 million in revenue, all of which goes back to the police.
Furman makes a lot of money for the city with the towing. What about for his ticketing?
With the tows comes tickets. You can't impound a vehicle without issuing some sort of citation because the impound has to come from some sort of traffic offense. With the traffic offense comes a ticket. With the ticket comes a fee, and the city gets part of that. He should lose his badge. He doesn't serve the citizens. He serves himself.
So we follow the breadcrumbs, and this is the lot where their cars get brought to, and guess what? If they can't pay it out of the other lot we just saw, they get stuck here to where the police auction happens right here.
Mr. Furman would buy the cars that he had impounded himself. He often would impound cars that would have no insurance, and often the subjects couldn't afford the insurance. So then when they couldn't afford to pay the impound fees, the car would go to auction for the city. Furman would then go bid on and purchase those cars and sell them for profit for himself.
Oh,
Goes
crazy.
further than that. It has since come out that he would break into the city impound lot and damage the vehicles by breaking a window or flattening a tire, pulling out the radio, so that way he could bid on them for a lower price and make more money.
Crazy.
Was also his girlfriend involved in this?
His girlfriend was the source of that information.
His ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me I'm a single mother, I get my car towed, I'm struggling to get it back. They will actually sell my car in the meantime if I can't come up with the funds.
Correct.
How long?
And then the city gets that money, and the police officer that you paid with your tax money gets to do that to you, yeah.
Wait, how long do I have to get the car back out of the impound lot?
That is something that we would have to investigate. I would guess 90 days. We have inside information that Matthew Furman actually comes to these auctions, bids on cars that he personally has had towed, he buys them, and then he flips them for a profit.
Allegedly.
Does that seem like that would be
Brother.
not allowed within the job description to do?
That is like super piece of shit territory. Yeah, that
That
should be
is so
100% illegal.
So I'm gonna meet Brandon here at this Melvindale
very
Police
unethical.
Department.
That's
and
crazy.
We're gonna keep pursuing our investigation.
But it's a loophole though. They probably got no laws against that shit. They probably got nothing in the rules against that shit though. So that nigga gonna keep getting away with that shit because he's not doing nothing wrong, apparently.
Hey, we're looking to talk to the chief or someone. We're in an active investigation right now.
Okay, give me a second, okay?
Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Could you come over here for a second? We're just in the middle of an active investigation. Have you seen one of your associates is known for potential criminal activity? Want to know if you guys have seen him?
Yeah, we got a few questions for you, sir.
Okay. In the meantime, it's just important you guys kind of comply with some of these questions. Matthew Furman, have you guys seen him? You're not really answering our questions directly. Are you withholding or hiding any information?
Would you mind stepping out here, sir, please? Oh, right there. Towed vehicles. And you know, there's nothing that makes me feel safer in my community than if my car gets towed.
Because we don't want the people that go to work on time or take their kids to soccer practice. That is a threat to security.
We're looking for our deputy chief.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just went to the lab just a few minutes. You guys just missed him by.
Yeah, would you mind stepping out and speaking with us, sir?
We have an active investigation we'd like you to be compliant in.
Okay. What is this about?
A known associate of this department.
Are you here for Lieutenant Furman?
Piling up around Furman, one that Melvindale's taxpayers will have to foot the bill on. Isn't this guy much more of a liability than an asset on the balance sheet? Folks, work your magic with the FOIA requests. We appreciate you joining, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I made it 15K. I was 499, bro. All right, chat, nigga.